So even though every state in the country now has some sort of laws against stalking, why is it so hard for people to get help? Joining me now, Lonnie Coombs, a former prosecutor for the LA County DA's office who's handled stalking cases and has been stalked herself. Lonnie, thank you for being here. So, look, the truth is, notwithstanding the great efforts of people like Kathleen, too many courts don't take this that seriously. And too many states treat it as a misdemeanor on first blush. For women out there who think this is happening to them, because it takes a while to realize this is stalking.
Right, right.
What's the number one thing they need to know?
First of all, trust your instincts. So we're taught to normalize things, to think that everything's okay, but trust your instincts when you feel that in your gut. Then start keeping a log. That's the most important thing, because for a stalking charge, there has to be a course of conduct, a pattern. So it has to be more than one incident. Immediately start keeping a log of every time there's a contact, what that contact is. Save everything that comes to you. If it's on the computer, screen grab it. You want to be able to have documentation of every single thing when you do go to the police.
That's your evidence.
Yes, absolutely. And you have to build your own case.
Can we talk about what Ronnie talked about and what so many women have admitted to, which is we're trying to be nice, trying not to be rude.
Yes, I mean, we all feel for Ronnie what she said. Here's this person, you're more concerned about his feelings. When he showed up outside the library of her college, that was a huge red flag. And yet, I think a lot of us understood when she said, I didn't, want to hurt his feelings.
And you don't want to escalate it.
Exactly. And so you sort of play along. But at that point, think, oh my goodness, what did he do to get here? This is the time to just put that wall up and stop immediately. Once you know what's going on, cut off all communication.
And how important is it to have the first communication where you say, I don't want to have anything to do with you?
Right. You want to make it very clear and then cut off the communication. If for some reason you get sucked into giving him another little intermittent communication, that reinforces it. You might have gone months without any communication. Once you do that again, it keeps them going because they want that attention. They want to have that control in your life.
It regenerates it,
Yes.
even though you think you're doing the right thing by saying, I said no. And then in terms of the security, what I learned is layers, as many layers between you and a potential danger to you as possible. As many locked doors, get a dog.
Yeah.
If you want, a personal firearm or tasing device. I know, Kathleen, you've been big on those. But personal protection, it can't be overstated. I mean, not everybody can afford a security guard.
Right.
But you can protect yourself.
Yeah, cameras, alarms, carry mace, carry whistle. When you go into public places, sit with your back to the wall so you can always see what's going on. Keep your eye on the exits and entrances. Don't be stuck in your cell phone when you're walking out in public. If you can walk with a friend or a family member, it's very important to let your friends and family know what's going on.
Yes.
A lot of times victims are ashamed or embarrassed, or they don't want to somehow transfer it to their friends or family. But because Kathleen's mom knew what was going on, when she made that phone call and she sounded a little strange, her mom knew immediately to call 911.
That's a huge point. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. We'll be right back.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.